The 2020-2021 League One campaign is done and dusted, albeit for the small matter of the playoffs, and Hull City and Peterborough are celebrating with promotion to the Championship. But what did I say back at the start of the season? Did I see Hull City and Peterborough make it? Who did I see in the playoffs? And who went down? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're taking a look at, of course, my 2020-21 League One early predictions that I made way back when. We're going to revisit those in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you back up to date with all things League One related, Blackpool Rovers related, football related. We're going to go here on the Walrowski. That's right, boys and girls, of course. Yes, Hull and Peterborough will be playing Championship football next season. The likes of Rochdale, Swindon, Northampton and Bristol Rovers are going down to League Two. But what did I call all the way back at the start of the season? Well, we'll have a little gander in that in just 1 second. Of course, a big shout out to the VIPs. I'm talking about the Patreon. Thank you for your continued support behind the scenes. And also, I want a big shout out to you guys out there. Thank you for continuing to watch the channel over the season. We did League One from the tip to the start, all the way to the bitter end, and we can continue to do that next season. Also, check out the links down below. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Discord as well. Wide open. Get in amongst it, and of course you can chat amongst your buddies. When I say buddies, you can chat amongst me. So here we go, boys and girls. Right smack down in the middle, we have a blue old square. This is the final league positions. We're going to do a bit of a reveal. You should know them off the top of your head. And behind that illustrious screen, if I can figure it all out, is me. That's right, Mrs. Me that we made. It's a good looking me as well. Look, slimish, no COVID face. I was on a diet back then. A bit more hair, a bit more facial hair. I just shaved this morning, and looking good in the old blue and white hearts. But of course, this was me making my predictions for the 2020-2021 League One campaign. Who did I pick to go up? Who did I pick to go down? We're going to revisit those babadoozoos right here, right now. So let's get cracking and play the video. Of course, we're gonna crank it up into double speed as well, so it's going to be a little bit high pitch. So we're going to start right down in the middle, and of course we're going to work our way down. So what did I call right smack down in the middle way back at the start of the season? Well, we're going to just about to find out. So once he gets going, speedy up, speedy demon. Let's get cracking. I actually went with Burton into 13th place. They actually finished into 16th place. Of course, that's not a bad recoup. Of course, there was one stage that looked like they were going down, but Jimmy Floyd-Hasselbank came in and of course got the results in. Of course, Hayden Carter was a big part of that at the back of the defence there. Of course, goal scoring centre back. Did a fantastic job for them, and of course, hoping he's come back a mature player for Rovers. So I had Burton into 30th. They finished a respectable 16th as well. Quite clear from the relegation fight in the end, which was quite scrappy at the back end of that season. Then I had Northampton Town into 14th. Of course, they had gone down to League One. They just got promoted a season prior from League Two, so a bit of a yo-yo team for them. So they're going straight back down. And again, they lost a lot of key players at the start of the season. Scotty Wharton was there on loan last season. He didn't stick around this season, of course. And they also lost Chris Good, who went to Brentford, I think, at the start of the season. So yeah, two massive parts of their back line. But yeah, we'll see how they respond next season in League Two. Are they going to be too strong? We'll see about that. Kicking on forward though, who did I enter 15th? I had Doncaster. I actually had Doncaster Rovers into 15th. They finished in 14th. A season that promised so much with Dan Moore in charge. They were flirting with the top two, not only the playoffs, and a lot of games in hand, which kind of bit them in the backside at the end of it. So yeah, kind of a bit of a damp squib season for them. Even around about as close as February, I thought they had a chance at the playoffs, but again, it was very, very tight in the middle section here up until the final couple of days. So Doncaster kind of fell out of it. They need to sort that out next season, because I think if it continued the way it ended, they could be in a bit of a season of struggle. And then Milton Keynes Dons into 16th. They finished in 13th. Again, they were flirting with those top sixes towards the back end. If the season was a month longer, they probably would have made it. Of course, Andy Fisher, ex-Rovers, keeper between the sticks there, doing a fantastic job for them. And of course, yeah, tremendous response. And of course, we'll see how they pan out next season. They could be a dark horse if they can get their act together. And then we have Plymouth into 17th. They actually finished in 18th. So this is looking pretty good right now. Of course, they got promoted with Northampton Town, but they managed to stick around as well for another season. So Yeah, they've got some good, exciting players at Plymouth as well that could be attracted elsewhere. We'll see how they can handle keeping hold of them over the summer. But 18th place Plymouth, they actually finished at 7th or 17th was my pick way back when at the start of the season. Into 18th, I actually went for Gillingham, who did finish a respectable 10th. And they were on the climb, boys. They were at the climb. They got a goal scorer in that Oliver fella who was up there in the top 2 or 3. I'm sure of goal scoring machines at the end of the season. Again, they lost a couple of key players over the years. Dak quite a few years back now, Tom Eaves as well, and maybe this Oliver could be the next one that could go out the doors for a bit of cash to kind of fill their coffers, of course. But yeah, good strong end to the season. 10th is a good call. I don't know what I'm still worried about them for next season. I think they could be more towards the bottom than the top. Then Crewe into 19th, of course. They finished in 12th, strong season. The manager's getting a lot of credit. He's being eyed up by a lot of teams up above in the old football tier. They've also got some good players as well with Harry Pickering, of course, on his way to Blackburn Rovers for the left back next season. Good set piece machine, good leader as well. So we'll see how he fares in the Championship next time. So Gillingham, yeah, good to see them. Of course, they also got relegated with promoted with Northampton and Plymouth, but we'll see about that. Next up, Bristol Rovers. They did have them in 20th, which was just about to survive, but they actually ended up even worse into 24th. Of course, Barn came in. He was doing an okay job at Fleetwood. I don't know what went wrong there, but he comes in at Bristol Rovers. And of course, I thought they were going to turn it around, but unfortunately, no. Quite relegated quite early as well, so not a good response for him. Again, it's going to be interesting to see how they respond with Northampton next season. I'm not sure they've been down this low in the football ladder for a long time. Anyway, Acton Stanley did have them in 21st. A fantastic, tremendous season. They keep on doing that. Coleman's done a fantastic job with Acton Stanley, again balancing the tight-ass budget. But yeah, looking to maybe sell a couple of players this season and maybe reinvest next time around. So Acton Stanley, fantastic season for them. Much better than I predicted. I actually predicted them to go down, but of course they stuck around. As for Wimbledon, I did have them also going down in 26th spot. Tremendous back end last 6 weeks of the season. Change of manager as well. He's done a fantastic job bringing. They appointed from within, and he's done a fantastic job turning things around. Of course, grinding out results, and they looked really good at the back end of that. So fair play for them. They'll be back next season. One team that won't be will be Rochdale. Of course, I went for 23rd for them. They actually finished in 21st, so they went down, albeit by the skin of their teeth. They were putting up some crazy scorelines, a couple of 3-3s, a couple of 4-4s, some really balmy scorelines. But unfortunately, they'll be going to League Two next season. Oliver Rathbone, a key player for them. I'm sure he will get gobbled up by a team in League One or maybe even the Championship. So we'll see what happens with him. And of course, any other key players that go in there, they'll also be up for grabs. Oh well, my God! I thought I paused you, mate. I thought hey, slow bloody down. I'm pausing you. What's going on? This guy's going batshit crazy. Slow down, mate. Slow down. Okay, finally I went with Shrewsbury Town into 24th spot. Swindon. Where did I put Swindon? Swindon. We'll see them in a minute. I think now I have them 12th. I don't know. This is kind of gone a little bit jiggly-pokery. Then there's Shrewsbury. There's Shrewsbury into 17th. I did think they would go down, and at one stage it looked like they were going to go down. But of course, the appointment of Cotterall. I know he had a lot of COVID issues towards the back end of that. He seems to have the right mentality to get them moving in the right direction. They also brought in Harry Chapman from Rovers, and he did get himself quite a few goals towards the back end of it. And they'll also link with Elliot Bennett from Rovers over the summer. So I mean, he might be going there. We'll see how that pans out. So then I also had Swindon finishing in 12th. Of course, they went down as well into 23rd spot. Robbie Fowler linked with the job. I don't know if he got it yet or not. We'll see how all that pans out. But yeah, I anticipated Swindon to have a much stronger season. Maybe even flirt with the top half, but unfortunately no, they go down with Rochdale, Northampton and Bristol Rovers. So into the top half now, of course, comfortably now we're going to go to number 11, which I can't really remember who was number 11. We'll have a little gander then, shall we? Who did I see at number? In fact, I'll reveal it on here right now. I actually had Lincoln City finishing in 11th. They finished an incredible 5th spot, of course, going for promotion. Of course, Michael Upton at the helm there, former Rovers manager, never really worked out for him. Maybe he actually tried to get a job up the stations a bit too early. Maybe something on the lines. I know they're two different kind of players back in the day, but two similar scenarios with Wayne Rooney, Paul Ince, been offered a job at a more established club too soon in their career. So he's worked it out here at Lincoln City. It's a treat, and of course he's already been eyed up for jobs elsewhere as well. So we'll see if he sticks around with Lincoln City next season. So I did have them finishing as low as 11th, but of course they're in the playoffs. They have a shot. They could be playing Championship football next season. To be fair, I think they play Sunderland in the playoffs. So I'd like to see Lincoln City go to the finals to take on Blackpool. If I could be a bit choosy with who I made it to the final, because then I'll be win-win. I wouldn't mind seeing Lincoln City up there as well. Tremendous tremendous. Then our 10th place, I had Ipswich Town. Of course, they finished in 9th. Again, started the season with Lambert, didn't really work out. It looked like a marriage made in hell, to be fair. They didn't look like they appreciated him, and he didn't appreciate them. So they got Cookie in, and I think he kind of restored the order. I didn't really see them getting in the promotional stakes from day one, but I think Cook's got the mentality to maybe grind them out next season, depending on what goes on as well with a strong summer, maybe a bit of a rebuild as well. A lot of old faces leaving. Of course, Dazelle was one of them that we're linked with from Ipswich, and again, apparently he's welcome to leave. So I'm not too sure if we're going to get ourselves a bargain out of that or not. But anyway, Ipswich finishing in 9th. They finished in. They would have been 10th in mine. Then I had Hull City, of course, batshit crazy me. Of course, they went up top of the top. Of course, they went down like a stone in the Championship. And I didn't think that the fans would appreciate McCann, but we'll of course see they bounced back at the first attempt, so fair play. They also brought in Richard Smallwood, of course, ex-Rover, as captain. Fantastic appointment as well, so that's brilliant, and they'll be back in the Championship next season, and maybe they could also compete a little bit as well mid-table. Then I had Peterborough in 8th. Goodness gracious me, they actually finished in 2nd. Wow. So yeah, they went over the line. They sold to Ivan Toney for big money. They invested as well, and they've also got a sort of conveyor belt of young guns coming through the ranks as well, so they look very, very good. Of course, my prediction for them finishing in 8th didn't really buy into that, but of course, having watched them a bit this season, it shows that they're going to have a bit of a clout next season, of course, selling and also and using the current players coming through the academy. And then of course we had Blackpool in 7th. I did see a good season. I didn't think they would go as far as they did. I think Neil Critchley's done a fantastic job with them, and again, his stock is on the climb. Tremendous job there. Again, I'll be looking at him if Rovers were to suddenly lose their manager. I would look at the crew guy, look at maybe even look at Appleton once again, and of course look at Critchley as well. I had and of course they have a shot to get into the playoffs as well. Of course they'll take on who are they? Oxford United. Of course we'll see where they pitched up in my pick later on. Then I did the unthinkable and went with bloody Wigan. Of course they were more closer to going down than they were going up, finishing in. I actually had them as high as 6. I didn't think it would go as bad as it did for them. Of course it was a fire sale over there, losing all their kind of players, all their players, good, bad, and ugly, and of course the management situation was a bit of a merry-go-round. New owners coming in though, so I do expect a better season for them next season, but of course, yeah, 20th to this season, I had them as crazy, batshit crazy, as 6th. Into 5th, I had Fleetwood bloody Town. Of course, I thought Barton was onto a winner with Fleetwood Town, but unfortunately, some sort of disagreement fell through, and of course they parted ways. Of course, Barton didn't really go into pastures new. He kind of went on into League 2 really now with Bristol Rovers, and Fleetwood brought in Simon Grayson and David Dunn to kind of turn things around. Again, it hasn't really worked out so far. I had them as high as 5th. They finished down at 15th, so not great in the end. So into 4th now at Sunderland. So yeah, I got that one bang on the nose, didn't I? So I'm fair play about that. Of course, I've already been open about this various times. I don't want Sunderland to get promoted. They're a big team waiting to come back, and they're going to make the Championship much stronger if they do get back. So for me, I'd like to see them have another season in League One. Of course, I think they'll come back swinging next season. So and again, if they don't get promoted, it's going to make League One very, very nasty, with the likes of Pompey, with the likes of who else we got coming out? We've got Sheffield Wednesday as well, the likes of Wigan with a bit of money, Ipswich with a bit of money, and of course the other losers as well. You know, maybe even Oxford United and Blackpool could also come swinging. So it could be very, very interesting next season in League One. And of course you got Bolton coming back as well from League 2. So it's a 3rd. I had Oxford United. Of course, tremendous back end of the season as well. They were looking like relegation candidates, or at least strugglers for the good part of the season. Carl Robinson, though, got them working a treat at the back end, and of course made it on the last day with a big old scoreline as well to get them into, of course, to be the bridesmaid once again. Can they be the bride this time around? Of course, getting ousted by Wickham last time around. Finishing in 6th though, just in lastminute.com. Into 2nd, I had Portsmouth, of course, who just missed out. Of course, they started with what's his name? I can't remember his name now. The ex-manager who's left, former Wolves guy, Jacket. He's left, and then of course the Crowleys came in on a bit part season, but of course they've now since been signed up for a couple of seasons, so they'll be there next season to see if they can get it right in a full season of footy. And then of course I wrapped it up with Charlton. That's right, as in top honours. They actually finished in 7th as well, just outside the playoffs on goal difference. They did their bit, of course, winning. I think they went on the final day, didn't it, of a Hull, but unfortunately they didn't get over the line. So again, that's another side that will have a crack at it next season. So when you look at the 7th down, you look at the likes of Charlton, Portsmouth, Ipswich, and of course Wigan Athletic to be in the sides that already will have a bit of clout and a bit of muscle heading into next season. Then you look at other playoffs, of course, 3 of those guys will be back. Realistically, Sunderland are the strongest suit out of all that. So if they don't go up, that's going to add to already a very, very strong looking team. Then you've got Bolton, which should have a bit of money. Then you have the likes of course Sheffield Wednesday and Rotherham with also a bit of clout as well. So it's going to be an interesting season next season. Of course, I will be there. Of course, we'll have an early door pick for the new campaign, the 2021-2022 campaign. As soon as we know the 24 teams, will be straight off the blocks with an early door pick to show you who I think will go up and down. Of course, it's not easy. It's not going to be the same old. It ain't no yo-yo business. I think we're going to have a couple of surprise packages next season. Also, we'll do another one. Of course, once the season is just about to start, maybe a week prior, maybe 2 weeks prior, once there's some transfer windows that has opened up, some transfer activities happened, and also the managerial merry-go-round. Of course, I'm sure we're going to lose some of these managers in the process as well. So make sure you stick around for that. Be sure to give the video some love and smash the old thumbs up and smash the old subscribe as well. Check out the links down below on my Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course Patreon as well. So make sure you check that badge out. Also, I've got the Discord. It's wide open. Check it out. There's a link in the old video also down below. Make sure you check that out. You can come chat with me over the summer and into the new season. Until then, though, I'll see you all soon for the next one. I've got my League 2 and Championship picks also out, so make sure you check that out. Until then, though, I am